Welcome to City Week, ladies and gentlemen. I am your host, Alton West. Today I will have a guest on from LaGrange College. Also, I will have guests on from Twin Fountain. So stay tuned for those interviews coming up in just a moment. Welcome to City Week, ladies and gentlemen. Today I have a guest on from LaGrange College. I have the Director of Admissions, David McGrill. David, welcome to the show.
Well, thank you for having me, Alton. I'm really excited to be here. Thank you.
Well, it's a pleasure to sit down with you. You know, I think I first heard your name earlier this year when the LaGrange College Panthers won the championship, and I had an opportunity to come up to the college, and I also learned that you were one of the are one of the assistant coaches there.
Yes, sir.
Tell us a little bit about David, though, so the public can get to know David, though.
Well. That's a long story, but
give us a short version.
Yeah, okay, sounds good. You know, I came to LaGrange about 3 years ago from Rome State Community College up in Tennessee.
Okay.
I grew up in Florida, went to high school in Florida, went to a small private liberal arts college in Tennessee known as.
We're going to talk about that in just a moment.
Well, I'll leave that to you. But you know, just in my adult life, I've had a few different career paths. I worked in restaurants for a while. I taught high school for 7 years in the state of Florida, and I've now been in higher education now for 5 years.
Very good.
Yes, sir.
Now, and I want to go back. I wanted to talk about that school that you went to before coming here. Mm-hmm. Your bio say that you're a graduate of Maryville College. Is that correct?
I am. So please don't throw any stones at me right now. All right. But I did. I had the opportunity to go to Maryville for my collegiate career as well. Played basketball there. Great little institution. Obviously now one of our biggest rivalries. That's right. It's since Coach Wallace, who is a Maryville grad as well, and I have been here. We've beat Maryville 3 out of 5 times, so we're excited about that. It's always good to beat your mentor, but they were very good to me. But you know, they hold nothing. Doesn't hold a candle to LaGrange College. So.
Very good. You know, we think so much of LaGrange College being a part of the community, doing the great things that they do with the students there, and now you're part of that team. You know, it's just a close-knit family there, and every time I come up there, I just feel the warmth and the welcomeness that is there. And also, I think here pretty soon, well, you have recently graduated from LaGrange College as well.
That is correct. So yeah, I meant to mention that. Not only am I a Maryville alum, but I recently finished my master's in education at LaGrange this summer. So next weekend we have our commencement on the 17th. I guess that's next weekend. So, and I'll be walking and getting my master's in education from LaGrange. So,
well, congratulations.
Thank you very much. I can proudly say I'm a LaGrange alum now as well. So.
That's right. Well,
yes,
very
sir.
Good. Very good. Well, then talk a little bit, if you don't mind, David, about your role as the admissions director there.
Okay. Well, you know, I took over the beginning of this new year, actually. January 1st really was my first day as the director of college access and admissions. And you know, it's a very demanding job, but one that's very fruitful. You know, you see and talk to a lot of kids and a lot of families, and you get to touch a lot of lives and reach out to a lot of people. So, like I said, it's very demanding. You know, a lot of pressure filled because you know a lot of the budgetary restrictions and things of that nature. You know, depend on how many students we bring in. So, but at the end of the day, you know, it's a very fulfilling job. I enjoy my counselors I work with are great. They do a great job. I'll mention them, April, Eric, and Heather right now do a great job. And then my two bosses, so to say, Joseph Miller, the Dean of Enrollment, and then Will Jones, the Vice President of External Relations, are great guys, hard workers, energetic. You can't help but be in a good mood when you work for those guys. So
absolutely, I know some of the people that you named, Will Jones and April. As a matter of fact, April has been on the show a number of times. So there again, just that family environment there. Yes, now sir. You were talking about your budgetary means and growing the admissions there, and I understand from your notes here that I think just this past year, you all had the largest freshman class ever.
We did. Last year, our goal the whole year was 268. You know, we even made T-shirts that had 268 on the back because up to that point, the largest incoming freshman class was 267. Okay. So not only did we get 268, we went ahead and added 2 onto that. Yes, sir. So we got 270 incoming freshmen last year, the largest class in the history of LaGrange College. So we're very proud of that. You know, as I keep telling kids this year, you know, it's just a great time to be at LaGrange College.
Absolutely. Very good job. Now, let me ask you, Dave, what do you think attributed to that? Even though that was you guys' goal, what do you think helped you all to obtain that goal?
Well, a lot of different factors. I think the main factor, though, was, you know, Joseph Miller taking over and bringing in a new model of recruiting for LaGrange College. You know, in the past, there's what you call the funnel system, where you just get as many applications as you can get, and no matter where they come from or who they are, and you just hope in that big funnel that when it comes down, you got your numbers. Well, Joseph brought in what we call the pipeline method, where you're more particular and you match up prospective students and their interest with a pipeline champion in each, whether it be major category or athletics or group and organization. And so we use those pipeline models to go out and actually recruit students just like, let's say, an athletic coach would do. We're asking our, history professors to help recruit, our musical theater professors, our music professors to actually help go out and find students. And I think that worked well, and we're continuing to use that model. And not only do you get a good number, but you get students who actually are interested in certain programs when they walk on campus.
Very good. You know, I can remember going off to college back in my days, many moons ago. It's kind of an exciting time. It's also a scary time because you're kind of branching out on your own. You don't have to have mom and dad there kind of guiding you along anymore.
Yes, sir.
So you just kind of basically a feather in the wind, I would like to say in some cases. But it's good to have good admissions counselors, as you mentioned, to kind of help navigate you through those kind of those hills there. Let me ask you, what are some of the qualities that you all look for in students when you're recruiting?
Well, you know, with us, we're always looking for a unique individual. Obviously, we are a merit-based institution, so academics are a big plus for us. But at the same time, we want to see kids that are well-rounded. Whether they be involved with community service, athletics, musical theater, things that are, unique to certain students. One of the big ones I just mentioned for us is service. One of our core values is service, and we really look for students that might be interested in doing some type of servant leadership. We got a great program called Servant Scholars that we're really excited about, and it really kind of, one of the ideas in our mission statement is we like to transform the lives of our students. So we want students that have that idea of being servant leaders in their mind, and then we'll actually help transform them into a servant leader when they leave campus. So,
very good.
Yes, sir.
Good. And I've had a couple of the servant leaders students on the show in the past too. I definitely need to try to get some of them back on, just kind of rekindle that fire.
That'd be great.
Well.
That'd be great.
Absolutely.
They do a great job. They do a great job.
Absolutely. I also know that you all have some summer classes that are coming up.
We do.
Talk a little bit about that for us, David.
Well, we have 2 summer sessions. The first one actually starts right around the corner, May 29th. We have on-campus classes as well, and one of the newer things that we are kind of dabbling into is the online classes. I believe in the first session we have 3 or 4 online classes, including but not limited to, we have a New Testament class, we have a theater survey class, we have a college algebra class, a computer apps class, and all those are fully online. So we had a couple last summer, but this summer and in this school year coming up, we're going to be expanding that a lot more, so to give a lot more people in different areas an opportunity to continue their education in the summer.
Very good. Always something going on there, on the hill as we call it.
Yes, sir.
The doors are always open. And as you look forward to the fall of 2014, you met your goal, exceeded your goal.
Yes.
What is your goal for the fall of 2014?
Well, our goal this year, we even took it a step further. You get something in there and everybody wants more. So our goal was 285 freshmen, 88 transfers this year. At this point, we're poised to get very, very close to that number. We feel very confident that we're definitely going to hit our budgetary numbers that the finance office has set. Right now we're on track to have the second largest class in the history of LaGrange College. Now we're going to really try hard to beat that 270 again, and we're getting we get that second wind, as I call it right now, of students that may have tried to go to one of the bigger state schools and found that they were not accepted, and so we'll get that second wind of student, and then they'll come and find out that LaGrange College is a really good fit for them. So right now all of our numbers, all of our what we call yield numbers, which are the important numbers, look really good and really strong. So we met our latest deposit goal. So we had 160 deposited students as of yesterday. So we're really excited about that.
Oh, very good. Sounds like, and then too, one of the things I think we were talking about is the one-on-one attention. Is that something that you think attract a lot of the students that come to LaGrange?
Of course, that's what I use in almost every one of my talks I have with prospective students and their parents is the idea of that one-on-one attention. Right now, I think the student ratio for students teachers is around 11 to 12 to 1 on average.
Oh my.
When you come to LaGrange College, I always say that in your freshman year, in the second week of school, every one of your professors is going to know your name. They're going to know where you're from. They're going to know if you play a sport. They're going to know if you're in theater. So, and that's one of the things that I really push is those relationships you build, because they not only help you while you're in school, they also help you when you're graduating from LaGrange, and people can speak highly of you because they really know who you are.
That's right, absolutely. I look at that as kind of a two-edged sword. It's going to be a good thing, bad thing.
That's it. That's right. We always say there's no hiding in the back of the classroom at LaGrange College. You better read your material before you come.
That's right. David, as we get ready to close out, one other interesting fact I found out about you, man versus food. As we joked earlier, I'm a food guy, man. I love to cook. I love to eat. Unfortunately, getting up in age, the metabolism doesn't work like it used to. How well I know.
So, but I love man versus food. And actually, funny enough, whenever I go to certain cities that he's been to, I always try to go to the restaurants that he's went to. And I've been to about 6 or 7 in the different cities that he's been to. I'm getting a little disappointed. I don't know if he hurt his stomach or something, but all I keep seeing is reruns. I want some new shows, man.
Maybe he needs a side.
Yeah, there you go. I'm here, Adam, wherever you're at. I'll be glad to eat with you.
Well, I tell you what, I'm a connoisseur of food myself, David. I understand you like to grill. We're going to have a show come up and have a grill off between David and Al. How about that?
Sounds good, man. Sounds good.
Well, David, it's a pleasure to sit down with you, and I hope and I know that LaGrange College will meet their goals of 285 because they have a very energetic individual that's out there leading that charge, and I know the family is going to be behind you and pushing you along. So thank you for coming on the show and sharing this information with us today.
I appreciate you having me. One
last thing, if anybody wants some information, give me your contact information. You don't mind.
You can call the admissions office. The number is 706 880-8005.
Okay.
And that's the phone number directly to our admissions office. And please ask for me, David McGrail, and I'll be glad to help you any way I can.
All right. Thank you very much, David.
Thank you for having me. Yes, sir.
Right. Ladies and gentlemen, stay tuned. We're back from More City Week in just a moment.
Why United Way? Because in some way, everyone in our community is touched by your donation to United Way of West Georgia. Yes, everyone. United Way helps 25 local agencies touch thousands of lives, even yours. To cause so many good things to happen, these organizations must have volunteers. Fortunately, more than 2,300 local volunteers are now giving time to the 25 local organizations that United Way of West Georgia helps support. Yes, more than 2,300 volunteers. But more are needed.
Yes.
Please volunteer your time, as well as your financial support. You'll be astonished at what you'll receive in return.
Welcome back to City Week, ladies and gentlemen. Now my guests are on from Twin Fountains. I have the activities coordinator, Kim Lunsford, and I also have on with her Deborah Browning, who is one of the secretaries there. Ladies, welcome to the program.
Thank you. Thank you.
It's a pleasure to sit down with you all again. I think we were on a year ago almost, talking about activities that are happening there at Twin Fountains. And I think you all have a lot of things that are coming up here pretty soon that the public needs to know about and get involved with.
Yes.
But before we get started doing that, Kim, if you don't mind, tell us a little bit about your role, and then I'm going to ask Deborah to tell us a little bit about her role as well.
Okay. As activities coordinator, it's my responsibility to organize and execute activities that enrich and enhance the life of the residents there at Twin Fountains. And it's about what they want. You talk to them, and you listen to them, and you plan the things that are important to them. And it's an amazing, the most rewarding position I've ever had.
Well, very good. I know that you all do a wonderful job. As we were talking before we came on, I'm excited about hearing some of the things that's going to take place. Deborah, tell us a little bit about your role there, if you don't mind.
Okay, I'm the secretary to the administrator and the director of nursing. However, it doesn't stop there, which is great for me because I enjoy doing a lot of the activities with Kim, as well as I do the newsletter. We do a monthly newsletter that we send out to all our family members. Centerfold is our calendar so that they know what activities are going on and everything. So I really enjoy that, as well as taking the pictures and stuff of our activities.
Very good. That's an important part of the,
Yeah,
you know, to have those pictures for memories and the newsletters. I know we have a newsletter at the City of LaGrange, and you would think, you'd be surprised at how many people actually read that because it's valuable information there.
You got it, yes.
So very good. So we have some events coming up. I understand that this is National Nursing Home Week.
Yes.
Talk a little bit about what does that entail?
Well, it's the time that we set aside to recognize the residents and the staff that take such good care of them. It is about the residents, but it's also about the staff. And we really make that week, the entire week, as special as possible. And we start, it's always the week after Mother's Day.
Okay.
However, we started ahead of time, and we had our Mother's Day tea on Friday, which is sponsored by the Red Hat Ladies of Hogansville. So
oh my goodness.
it's a wonderful time. It's very special with a very special menu and music, and it's one of our favorite activities of the year.
Well, very good. You know, before we came, I was telling, I occasionally see the little Red Hat Ladies down at Lemon Tree having lunch, and they seem like such an energetic little group of our seniors, you know, and they're just bouncing around, having the time of their lives there. So talk a little bit about, I think the theme for this year, as you were telling me, that every year you all have a theme. And this year it is living the Aloha spirit. Yes. Talk a little bit about that, both you ladies, if you don't mind.
Okay.
Okay. Most people think aloha means hello or goodbye. I think that's what it's famously known for. However, it extends a lot to your lifestyle and the caring and the community involvement in everybody's lifestyle. And our residents are very excited to involve the community and be part of this community, because they were part of this community when they were living out in it. So they still consider themselves a big part of this community.
Absolutely.
You know.
Absolutely. Now, and you're talking about in the community, we're going to, and you all going to have a week long of events.
Yes.
Where the community can get involved, come in and see what is taking place there. Talk about, first, you had the Red Hat Ladies that did the Mother's Day tea.
Yes.
Talk about what's going to be taking place, what took place on Monday, if you don't mind.
Right. Our open house. The residents have invited the community to join them and us for an open house where they can see Twin Fountains for what it is today. A very active, lively, vibrant place to be. The residents give tours of the facility. There'll be an Aloha table where everyone will get leis and refreshments. The Twin Fountains Choir will be singing. Their arts, crafts, and things that they've made over the year will be displayed. And it's just going to be a very vibrant event for us. And that's where we're really excited, just to invite the community in to show them who we are.
Who we are, okay. And tell what time will that start now, if you don't mind, Kim?
It's at 2:30 on Monday.
All right.
Today. And all of the community is invited. We have invited many of the local officials and gotten responses from them, and we're very excited about that.
Well, very good. And I understand that, Deborah, because you'll be there taking pictures,
Right.
Now, community residents, when the community come in, can they have pictures made with the residents?
Oh, definitely, they can. Our residents love that.
Okay.
And our residents are very excited to introduce themselves to the community and let the community get to know them, as well as them get to know some of the new officials that are in the community and stuff.
Good.
So they're very excited.
And I guess that's a way of reconnecting too, as you all state, because the residents that are there now were once a part of this community in various capacities.
And they still are. We
Right.
have many registered voters in the facility.
We do.
And people don't realize that they have the opportunity to vote. And they are registered voters, and the social worker, that's one of her responsibilities, is to make sure their ballot gets turned in.
Well, very
so
good.
just because they're
And
in the
they
nursing
take that
home.
very serious, just like everybody in the community does. They don't
Absolutely.
lose that.
Well,
so.
very good. Now, and we're talking about residents. Let me just ask the question, because how many do you all have there at the facility, at the center?
We currently have our census is 105.
Okay.
And the capacity is 112.
112.
And it's a very busy 105 residents.
And talk a little bit about it, because a lot of time when we hear the word nursing home, we probably think someone that has transitioned into those senior years. Talk a little bit about the makeup of ages that you all have there.
It varies. We have people ranging from early 40s to over 100. We have a couple of residents that are over 100 years old.
Oh my goodness.
One very, as Kim used, vibrant lady. As I said earlier when we were talking, she is my mentor. I hope to be just like her. Miss Viola Jackson turned 101 this year.
Oh my Lord.
She's still very ambulatory, very cognitive. She loves to sing, loves to get involved in the activities that are going on there. So
my goodness.
she's just really a wonderful person, as well as all our residents. But
That's a blessing.
it is. It's a major
It is.
blessing.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Well, and then we talked about the open house. Talk a little bit about the remainder of the week, because I know that there's going to be various things going on throughout the week. Talk a little bit about that for us, Ken.
We have, of course, we're not going to eliminate bingo. We're just going to change it a little bit. It's Aloha Bingo.
Okay.
And the prizes will be more that Hawaiian theme, and the cards will be a Hawaiian theme with aloha on it instead of bingo, and they'll have to yell out aloha instead of bingo. And then Wednesday is our carnival, and it's a carnival, what you would think of a carnival. There's clowns and cotton candy and popcorn and snow cones and games and prizes and dancing and music. And then we round that up with a cookout. We have hot dogs and hamburgers, and the staff serve the residents, and it's a real good time. Thursday is very exciting because it's our beautification project, and this is where another of the many opportunities for the community. We take flowers and we plant new flowers in the window boxes outside in the garden. We tend the garden. We've already planted our garden, but we will tend the garden while we're out there.
And this is residents participating.
Residents
They
are
do
doing
the
this.
planting. Yeah.
Okay. Very good. And I remember last year we came on and we talked about some of the vegetables that you all harvest from the garden.
Yes.
So the garden is already in now.
It's in.
Okay,
It is.
well, very good.
in.
Very good. And Friday you're going to wrap it up with an appreciation day, I
It's
think.
Friday is the employee appreciation. It's for the staff, and we'll bring in lunch for the staff, and we'll have an all-day Wii bowling tournament where we'll do brackets, and we'll kind of pit each wing against each other and come out with a winner at the end of the day. But they'll just take 5 or 10 minutes and come and play their round of Wii bowling and see who ends up on top.
go.
But they're very competitive, and the residents love the Wii bowling as much as the staff does.
As much as the staff, I'm sure. I'm sure. It sounds like a week filled with fun events. Now, and you're inviting the community to come out for open house.
Yes.
And we're hoping that they will come out.
Yes,
Is the community invited for other events throughout the week?
all of the events.
All of the events.
Yes.
Okay. How else can they get involved, ladies? How else can the community get involved with the activities and things that you all are doing?
Well, there's a lot of opportunities. It's like the beautification project. If someone has plants that they want to bring for us, flowers to plant, that's a great opportunity. There's opportunities with bingo, there's opportunities with the games and the fun, and just one of the best opportunities is with volunteer services through the hospital, to become a volunteer and to work out at Twin at your schedule when you want to. That is an amazing opportunity. And in that same note, one of our volunteers at Twin was just awarded Volunteer of the Year for the hospital.
Well, congratulations.
So Olivia
to-
Meeks was just named Volunteer of the Year. So that's
my.
another opportunity for the community.
Very good. And talking about community, Deborah, before we came on, you were talking about some of the in-house services that you all offer the residents there, like the beauty shop, things like. Talk about that for us.
We have an in-house beauty shop. She does very well with the residents. We also have physical therapy, occupational therapy, speech therapy available to our residents. We have a social worker who is phenomenal in assisting our residents. As I was telling you earlier, a lot of times people come in thinking they're going to be long-term there, but with physical therapy, working with them, making them able to take care of themselves, then Angeline Brooks, our social worker, helps to get them back into the community, helps them with furniture, with whatever needs that they have to get them back in the community, which is something that we take pride in, you know. But all of our staff, our housekeeping, our dietary, everybody, our whole focus is about the resident. We love our residents, and residents always take the forefront, you know.
Well, I can tell they have two great staff persons here. I can feel the passion and the sincereness in what you ladies doing. Kim, as we get ready to close out, if there was someone listening that wanted to get involved, volunteerism or coming out to some of the events for that week, give them contact information if you don't mind.
Well, they can contact Jean Lewis at the hospital for volunteer, or they can contact myself and I will get them the information for volunteer. Or if they just want another way to contribute, they can contact me at Twin Fountains.
Okay. All right. Ladies, thank you all very much for coming on the show today and sharing this information. And I hope I get an opportunity to come out and take part of some of the activities as well.
We hope you do too.
Because I'm thinking it's going to be a wonderful time.
Definitely. One quick thing I wanted to mention, not only this week, but any time during when you have some free time, if you want to come out and see how the facility runs, participate in the activities, help in the activities, or whatever, you're more than welcome to, to come.
Very good.
Please.
So it's open door policy.
It is.
Very good.
Definitely.
Well, ladies, thank you so very much for being on the show today. All right. Ladies and gentlemen, stay tuned for more City Week coming up in just a moment.
Thank you.
Troup County Schools. A place where you can learn and grow.
A place where teachers care.
A place where family and school come together.
A place where learning matters.
A place preparing students for a bright future.
Whether going to college
or into the workforce.
Troup County Schools.
Preparing
students
for success.
Today.
Hello, I'm Lieutenant Chris Taylor from the LaGrange Fire Department. During the summer season, remember these safety tips. Keep combustible material a safe distance away from heat sources. Always use a flashlight, not a candle, for emergency lighting. Install working smoke alarms on every level of your home, inside and outside sleeping areas. If you have a fire hydrant near your home, keep it clear of debris for easy access by the fire department. And remember, if you have an emergency and you need the LaGrange Fire Department, the big red truck is just a phone call away. Have a safe summer.
Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for joining for City Week this week. My guests have been from LaGrange College, the Director of Admission, David McGrill, as he talked about how you can get involved with LaGrange College and the recruitment process. He also talked about the largest freshman class that they had and their goal for the upcoming 2014 fall year. So by all means, if you're interested, give them a call at the contact information they gave. Also, ladies and gentlemen, I had on from Twin Fountains, the activities coordinator, Kim Lunsford, along with Deborah Browning, as they talked about the week-long events that are taking place there at Twin Fountains. So if you have some extra time on your hand, by all means, go out and support them, and also bring a smile to one of the residents' face, and they may just bring a smile to your face. Ladies and gentlemen, I hope that you've enjoyed these interviews, and as always, I want to invite you back for more of City Week.